This is Pete Borowski, the Nurse, and today I want to talk about why Naru from Prey 2021 is an overrated character and why she's not that great. I know people would want my head on a plate for this, but I'm the Nurse, and my whole point is I point out things that people miss or completely ignore in movies and shows, and about certain characters as well. First things first. She's not that likable or very interesting. And throughout a whole lot of the whole movie, she's either crying about how they say she can't hunt, and also another part where why she's better than everyone else, and that, and hanging out with her dog, just flicking her axe around, hanging out with her dog. Like, look, I get it. It was unheard of for women in these kind of Indian villages back then to not hunt. But this movie focuses a bit too much. On that, and she doesn't have that much of a character arc. And I know people will say, "Oh, what are you talking about? She had an arc. She bested the predator when no one else could, and she was right, and they were wrong." People who say this, you seem to forget that Naru seems to care more about that than the fact that her brother died for her. Like, he told her that this was as far as he goes, and then the predator just kills him by stabbing him in the back like a little wuss. And Naru doesn't reflect on this at all. Like, this could have been the character arc, where she stops caring about killing the predator and proving that she's the best, because she wants to prove herself. She could have been doing it to get justice for her brother. But no, she just cares about killing and saying she's the best. She's the best. And to be honest, I don't know why the feral predator saw her as a threat. Towards the end, because her brother was the true threat. Like, if you watch that fight scene where her brother's on the horse going, that fight scene where he's on the horse just shooting with arrows and all that he was messing the predator up on horseback and with a spear as well, and just stabbing him, while Naru just shot in the back of the head while it was looking at someone else. Like, I don't know. I still don't understand why the feral saw it as going like, oh yes, this is the person I want head and skull on my freaking trophy wall or something. Like, nah, I never understood that. And the way she kills it is the way she beats this thing is pretty stupid. Like, especially the part where she somehow rips off the mandible off somehow, with a blade right above her throat. Now, I don't care what people say. They say, oh, it was a gel and she jabbed it. I don't care. Like, as we saw, these mandibles are strong enough to bite through human flesh and bite through your arms, and you expect me to buy this puny woman was able to rip off one while having a blade right above her throat? Like, no, I don't buy that. That, to me, that's just really bad plot armor to me. And after she kills it, she presents the head to the village, and she doesn't even mention her brother or offer a tribute. Instead, she just smiles and thinks, "Oh yes, I'm a hunter now," and like, she's really selfish. Like, this is all she cared about. She's really selfish. I know some people will say that I'm hating on her because I just know some people will see this as, oh, you're hating on her because she's a woman. The fact that she's a woman has got nothing to do with this for the people who attempted to say this. If you ever watched this damn video, like Celine from Underworld, played by Celine from Underworld and Ice Bornstein and Ria Leone from Danmachi are in my top 7 favorite characters of all time. I love them. They're women, but I love them even more than Dutch from the original Predator film. So don't come at me with that nonsense. Oh, look, I don't care if a character is a man or a woman. If they're bad, they're bad. If they're good, they're good. Simple as that. That Dutch from Predator is a better character than Naru. Is a better Naru because not because he's a man or you masculine or that crap some of you wimps want to talk about. Because he's an awesome character who has an actual arc in the film, where he starts the film where he's already a badass, like he's already his leader of this elite team, where he's already an elite team soldier, right? He's a major soldier. But after he sees his teammates get killed, he realizes he's out of his element. He has to rise up and become better than he was before in order to survive and avenge his friends who were killed by the jungle hunter. He doesn't care about, oh, I'm gonna be the only survivor of this group of soldiers to get to the chopper. No, none of that shit. He just does this because he wants to survive and he wants to make sure his friends didn't die in vain. And in this fight, he struggles in this fight. Like, yeah, I know the opening scene was where he's hanging onto the tree with the mud over and he swings across and shoots, like, uses their own predator's like technique against it. That was awesome. But once the mud comes off and the predator takes his mask off, and Arnold does that classic, that famous line, "You ugly motherfucker," like, which is hilarious. But in the hand-to-hand fight, Dutch, he really struggles in this fight against the Alger, and he gets tired beyond belief. Like, if you see that, like when he climbs up to a little log or something, like right after he tries to hit the predator with a log, he goes, "Oh, bad idea." And the predator just smacks him more than 5 feet away. And when Dutch is crawling up onto the log, the predator comes up and Dutch just does his best and hits the predator on the head, hits the head like. But the predator just goes and just starts knocking him out, and then Dutch just gets freaking bashed and brutalized throughout this whole fight. The predator's just smacking him around, making blood flow out of his mouth and all that kind of stuff. Like, in this fight, I feared for. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that, came off. Anyway, in this fight, I feared for Arnold facing this one Yauja alone than him facing off against all those soldiers in Commando, like in that classic scene where he's just gunning them all down in Commando, right? Like, yeah, like I was more afraid of Arnold in this one fight with the Predator than I was with him going in Commando shooting all those soldiers, right? Or those soldiers early in the Predator movie. But I don't feel that. But those feelings, I never had that for Naru. Like, the whole fight, she's basically like a superhuman. Basically, if you watch that, she just jumping from tree to tree, like a highly trained ninja, and she doesn't get tired at all in this fight, even when the predator smacks her around. Which, by the way, that doesn't make any sense, because if you watch a scene early in this movie, one hit from this feral predator was able to knock out a freaking full-grown grizzly bear, and yet somehow this scrawny girl Naru was able to take a hit from this. Like, huh? And she doesn't get tired at all, and yeah, like I said, this makes no sense at all. Like, I just don't buy this. Like, it's all right. It's okay, but I just don't buy it. I just don't feel the fear I had for Dutch in that first movie. Like, that fight had a lot of tension to it. And the only reason why Dutch won that fight is because he got lucky. Even though my dad and I criticized him, going like, "Come on, kill me, I'm here. Come on, do it, kill me." Yes, kill me. And then the predator sees the trap and he just goes, and Dutch just looks above him and just sees the stick right there. He sees the stick right there. And he just freaking kicks it, and then the predator just falls on. Even then, that doesn't kill the predator. And the predator sets off his bomb, and Dutch barely survives that. Barely survives that. Like, I don't. And Naru just seems to have to work the plan perfectly with him tricking the feral predator to shoot his head with his own helmet. Like, yeah. Years ago, Mojo.com actually claimed that Naru is a better character than Dutch when they compared the Predator of 1987 to Prey in 2031. And I gotta say, yeah, Mojo.com, they got no idea what they're talking about, to be perfectly honest. And the trees of Mojo.com don't go all the way to the top branches. So you go into the top branches. So that's why Naru is an overrated character and doesn't even come close to being better than Dutch, as Mojo claims. She's not even. I wouldn't even put her in my like top five most badass female characters in fiction. To be honest, she doesn't even come close. Like, yeah, she doesn't come close to Celine from Underworld. She doesn't come close to Eyes Wallenstein from Danmachi. Really Owned from Danmachi doesn't come close to that either. Doesn't come close to Ellen Ripley. Not even freaking close. Because Ellen Ripley's fucking iconic. And Naru doesn't even come close to this. She'll never be that kind of woman that Ellen Ripley is. Doesn't come close to Sarah Connor. Doesn't even come close to freaking doesn't come close to Sonya from Underworld 2. Guinevere from that 2004 King Arthur movie. Like even though she's not a badass, Abby Maitland from Primeval, she's way more of a badass than Naru is. you see what I mean? Like all these women characters I just mentioned down, Naru does not even come close. Like also one more, she doesn't even another female. She doesn't even come close to Gretel from that. I think it's 2014 film Hansel and Gretel, the Witch Hunters. She doesn't even come close to Gretel from that movie, and that chick is a badass. Like I love that. I love her. All these women are gorgeous. Like yeah, I love my women, especially the badass ones. But you get my point. Like Naru doesn't even come close to any of these women. Like she's not even the top 10, not even top 15 if I'm being perfectly honest. So, but anyway, but and as we saw in Predator, in that animated Predator film, Killer of Killers, in the alternate ending, we see that Naru and Dutch were both captured by the bad blood predators. So it'll be very interesting to see how these two characters interact in an upcoming animated Predator movie. And to be honest, I swear I'm gonna say it right now. I swear they better not make Dutch, a heavily trained major soldier, be outclassed by the scrawny hunter wannabe. Because I have waited for years to see Arnold Schwarzenegger return as Major General Dutch Schaefer in the Predator films. Like every time I watch the Predator sequel, like Predator 2 or Predators, they reference Dutch. I'm thinking, oh man, I wish he was in this movie. I wish he was in that. I wish I could see him again in this movie. And when I saw him in that alternate ending from Killer of Killers, I was hyped. Like, yes, this could be the chance I've been waiting for since I was a little kid. Like, yes, finally, finally, I get to see Dutch come back. It'll be Dutch in his prime. Like it's animated, so it'll be in his prime. So like, yes. So and that's the very reason and that's the very reason why I don't want to see him ruined. Because of these wimps who think people will call them sexist for having Naru outshined by Dutch. Like, to be honest, that's the, just to get off topic here real quick, like, that's the problem with modern Hollywood these days. Like, modern Hollywood, like, if you do one thing wrong, like, that's offensive, for some reason, these people seem to care more about, like, the small fraction of an audience than the whole audience in general. Like, people go to the movies because they want to be entertained. They don't want to see this, I don't want to even say the W word, I don't want to say it, I'm not putting that on my, I'm not that kind of YouTuber, I'm not going to be that kind of YouTuber, but modern Hollywood seems to have forgotten that movies are just made for people who just want to escape from the real world and just have a blast. They don't want this whole politics stuff being shoved down our throats while we watch these movies. We don't want that. We want to have some fun. We want some awesomeness. We want badassery. We want good stories. We want great characters. None of this crap. None of that crap. None of that crap. Okay? Crap. So, and I'm gonna say I appreciate Xavier Wilson actually taking a stand against all this. Like I love this guy. Like he's really fun to watch. I've seen pretty much nearly all of his videos. He's freaking awesome. Go check out his channel. But anyway, just want to end the channel. Just want to throw that in there real quick. So, just to end this video, to me, that's why Naru from Prey 2021 is an incredibly overrated character. And I just want to say, Prey, it's a good movie. I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. Like, it's good. It's filmed well. The effects, like the fight with the Predator action sequences, like him tearing through the French soldiers and killing that bear and all that, and him going through the animal food chain. I love that. But Naru is just not a very compelling lead character, and the side characters are just caricatures. They're not actual characters. They're just a bunch of douchebags, and her brother's pretty much the unlikable one there. So to me, that's why Naru from Prey is an overrated character. It wouldn't even come close to being one of the best female characters ever. Not even close. No, not even close. A lot of people, I saw some people say, "Oh, she's the next Ellen Ripley." Don't make me fucking laugh. She'll never come close to Ellen Ripley. So this has been Peter Borowski, the Nerdstar. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you and have a great day.